Good afternoon and welcome to CVCA live streams coverage of CVCA Royals hockey. It's senior night here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center, and we've reached the final scheduled game at home of the 2021-22 season, and the Mayfield Wildcats are here to take on the Royals. This afternoon, the program honors its three seniors, assistant captains Caden Ballard and Jack Lamline, as well as senior captain Luke Parada. Hello everyone, my name is Tim Nichols, and it's a pleasure to welcome you to our coverage as we'll get the pregame senior recognition ceremonies underway in a few moments. But first, as always, we'd like to remind you that you can follow CVCA Livestream social media contacts on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram by following our social media handle at CVCA Livestream. That's at CVCA Livestream. And so once again, the ice clear. We're about 18 minutes away from the scheduled start of this contest, a Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League Blue North Division matchup between the Royals and the Wildcats. And in a couple of minutes, we expect to see the families of Caden Ballard, Jack Lamline, and Luke Parada, as well as the three senior hockey players for the Royals, take to the ice and be honored on senior night here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center in Garfield Heights, Ohio, the home of Royals hockey for the last two seasons. We got the entire CVCA live stream crew here with us, bringing the coverage to you today. Of course, Sean Mosher on the production and camera, Cody Anderson on graphics, yours truly, Tim Nichols behind the microphone, and spotting today for us, Ken Schwarzbeck. So, the Royals coming off a loss yesterday afternoon down in Boardman, Ohio, near Youngstown, to the Canfield Cardinals. CVCA and Canfield in a pivotal matchup yesterday. The Royals coming up short 2-1. A game in which they outshot the Canfield Cardinals 28-16, but the Cardinals got a goal in the first period. A goal that had eyes, a seeing eye single type of goal if you're a baseball fan. And got behind Caleb Mosher. They picked up a second goal on a screen shot from the right circle early in the third period. The Royals got one back after that on a breakaway by Jack Lamline, but not enough yesterday, and the Royals fall short, dropping them into sixth place in the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League Blue North Division. And more to come about the Blue North standings in the upcoming Barron Cup Championship in Brooklyn at the venerable John M. Coyne Rec Center in a couple of weeks. Season rapidly winding down. This will be game number 22 on the season for CVCA. Royals entering the contest today with a record of 8 wins, 11 losses, no ties, 2 overtime losses, 4-6-0-2 in the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League Blue North Division. Unfortunately, no points for an overtime loss in the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League, so inevitably, or in actuality, the record really 4-8 in the Blue North Division for CVCA this year. 4 of those 8 losses by a single goal, and an additional loss in a game against Normandy by 2 goals. The difference, an empty net goal at the end of that contest. So the Royals playing well and close in every game this season. There's really only been one blowout early on, but struggling to get victories more often than not. But back at it today here at the Kostel Rec Center at home, senior night, and hopefully they'll close out senior night with a victory and close out the home schedule, at least the scheduled home schedule so far this season here. It's been a quick season. Got underway back in November, on the 20th of November, against these very same Mayfield Wildcats in their home rink up at Gilmore Academy. Royals recorded a victory in that game, 5-0 against Mayfield. And yet they've only put together 2 multi-game winning streaks this season, both 2-0 contests, rather 2 game winning streak contests. And they'll see if they can get another winning streak started today. We're starting to see the families assemble on the far side near the CVCA Royals bench. Close friend of mine, and more than a friend, spouse, as it were. Krista Nichols making her way to the ice with the camera. So she's out there ready to go. And in just a few moments, we'll be able to turn the public address or the audio over to the public address announcer. Today, that's going to be a job handled by Jeff Porter, who will get the honor of celebrating the Royals' three-man senior class this year here in Garfield Heights. All Royal students being admitted free of charge today, so we hope to see a few more of them show up for senior night. It's been a weekend of senior nights for CVCA. Friday night, the swimming team having their senior night in their event against Talmadge. They split that event, the boys and girls. That took place at Akron University in the pool there on campus. Senior night Friday night at the Tim Byerly Gymnasium for the boys basketball team, as their season winding into its final 2 weeks before the playoffs kick in. And we were honored to be able to bring that coverage to you on the NFHS network on Friday night. First time for CVCA live stream jumping into the basketball broadcast, and a fun night that was. The Royals victorious, and we'll have highlights of that later on in the coverage today during our broadcast this afternoon. But here it's all about senior captain Luke Parada and assistant captains Jack Lamline and Caden Ballard. And again, we can see the families assembling. Ceremony was supposed to begin at 3:45, so we're about 2 minutes beyond that right now. And we'll certainly get underway in just a few moments. When we last spoke with you 9 days ago on a hockey broadcast, the Royals had just pulled off a furious comeback with 3 goals in the last 8 minutes to upend Chagrin Falls 5-4 and snap a 5-game losing streak at that point. There was still hope of marching up the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League standings and securing 4th place in the Blue North Division. But after yesterday's loss, that hope is dashed. Nevertheless, the Royals will still want to play well today and play well next weekend when they take on NDCL up in Mentor and try and finish out the season strong. They will be playing in the Barron Cup this year. The Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League taking 6 teams from the Blue North Division and then the winner and runners-up from the Blue South Division for an 8-team Barron Cup 3 tournament. 3 championships are awarded during Barron Cup week in Brooklyn. 1 for the Red Division, 1 for the White Division, and 1 for the Blue Division, which is split between North and South. Royals last victorious in the Barron Cup in 2018. Check that, 2019, as it were. That was the freshman season for the 3 seniors here, and now we see the Royals team making their way to the bench. They have entered the arena, so they will be on hand to watch and celebrate as their 2 assistant captains and senior captain are honored here this afternoon. Parada, Lamline, and Ballard were on that Barron Cup championship team back in 2019, and an integral part of that championship. We'll talk about that again more as the day progresses this afternoon as well. So the Royals will play in the Barron Cup in 2022 against a yet-to-be-determined opponent. Still a number of games that are yet to play out. Normandy and Cleveland Heights still yet to face each other even one time this season. They will face each other in back-to-back games over the course of about 4 days here at the end of the season, and that has all the likelihood of determining who will win the regular season championship in the Blue North Division this season. Normandy still undefeated as of the start of the games last night. We've been unable to see or find a score for their rivalry game that took place at the Reese Ice Rink up in Parma against the Parma Redmen. Normandy and Parma both part of the Parma School District. And the Invaders, again, undefeated in the Blue North at the start of play last night. And if we can find a score online, we'll let you know there how that went. The Heights Tigers have been rolling through the entire Blue North division and every opponent all season, with one exception. They were defeated earlier in January by Chagrin Falls, 1-0 in an overtime game. The Tigers, the Chagrin Falls Tigers that is, giving the Cleveland Heights Tigers their first loss on the season. The two teams got together again last week up at Chagrin Falls, and in the shocker of the season, Chagrin Falls put it on Cleveland Heights 6-1, defeating the Tigers from Cleveland Heights handily. And so Cleveland Heights with only 2 losses this season, both to the Chagrin Falls Tigers, but still with 2 more chances to play Normandy, they'll have a chance for a Blue North Division championship in the regular season. It just takes 3 wins, though, over the course of a week to win that Barron Cup championship, as the Royals proved not once but twice in 2019 and again in 2017. And so with the Royals having played every team tough, there's still hope for an exciting finish to this season. And we'll get to that in a couple of weeks. Here, once again, the Royals team has assembled in their home bench here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center. And it looks like we may be waiting on a couple of more family members before we get the ceremonies underway this afternoon. If you're with us and tuned in, we thank you for finding us on the CVCA Athletic Boosters YouTube page. All the hockey games this season have been brought to you free of charge across the Athletic Boosters YouTube platform. And again, you've got that opportunity to be with us this afternoon. We know there's a big football game going on, but if you're watching us instead of that game, we're glad you are. And right now they're looking to potentially get a longer mat to put down on the ice, as when Kristen Nichols stepped out, she almost fell. And so we don't want to have any of the family members have any calamities as they step out on the ice surface here this afternoon. And so that appears to be the source of the delay as we wait to get started. And so they've taken the 3 mats and taken them off the ice. And we'll see if we can get a replacement for them and get this ceremony underway. Mayfield in the building today. They are the senior day opponent. Wildcats in the midst of a difficult season. But to their credit, they've played all their games this season and are rebuilding that program from the ground up. Got a win a few weeks ago against NDCL at home. And it doesn't matter who or when, it always feels good to win a game. And for the Wildcats, it was their first win in a long, long time. And we'll chronicle that right after these ceremonies here that take place on senior night from the Dan Kostel Rec Center in Garfield Heights, Ohio. As we wait, we're being serenaded by some familiar 80s music to this generation of yours truly. And we can see head coach Doug Fairchild on his bench now and looking left and looking right. And Coach Fairchild in his 14th season here on the bench for CVCA, always in command of the situation. Thumbs up from the far side, and we're just about ready to go. So we're going to turn it over to public address announcer Jeff Porter. Caden Ballard honored with his mom and dad. The first of the 3 CVCA seniors.
Luke's favorite CVCA hockey memories are the Canada trips. Every experience on those trips added up to make some of the most unforgettable weeks of my life. Whether waking up at 5 a.m. for a game or the late night trips to Tim Hortons, those trips will never be forgotten. I pray that the team next season and in the future can go on these trips as we did. Luke's advice to his teammates is to rely on your team. Camaraderie is the best way to face challenges on and off the ice. In the same way, be available and understand your teammates' circumstances and dilemmas. Work together and push each other to be ambassadors for Christ. When asked who Luke would like to thank, he wrote, I owe a big thanks to the coaches. For me, like many students, high school has had its highs and lows. I want to thank my coaches for being there for me during the good and bad, especially during the bad. This includes mostly emotional and spiritual support, but also physical support, like when they had to break up a fight between me and Lindy on the bench. Thank you, coaches, for keeping my head on straight and for your unwavering support. I would also like to thank my parents for never doubting me and always being encouraging. Your love and support are foundations to the person I am today. Finally, thank you to my brothers. For as big of a pain as they can be, I've brotherly bond, including my rivalries over the stupidest things that push me to work harder and pursue my dreams more passionately. Congratulations, Luke, on an outstanding CVCA career and all that you have done for CVCA hockey. Please join me in a moment of prayer for these outstanding young men and their families. Lord God, we thank you for who you are and what you have done for us on the cross. We are so grateful for these young men and their families, and we ask you now to bless them. We are so grateful that they are part of the CVCA family. We pray that you would guide them, protect them, and direct them to be a light for you throughout their lives. We love you, Lord, and we thank you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Congratulations, seniors.
The CVCA Royals hockey senior class, Caden Ballard, Jack Lamline, and Luke Parada with their parents honored today here on senior night at the Dan Kostel Rec Center, and they've got another game to play here at home today against the Mayfield Wildcats, and we look forward to that and the remaining games they have in their careers at CVCA. All three great ambassadors of the Royals hockey program over the last 4 years. Once again, you are tuned into CVCA Royals hockey on CVCA Livestream today, brought to you on the CVCA Athletic Boosters YouTube channel. And we've got high school hockey in the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League Blue North Division today between the Royals and the Mayfield Wildcats. With the senior recognition festivities completed, the team's now taking to the ice for the pregame warm-up. And that'll allow us to set the stage for today's contest for you. Again, as we said earlier, when we last spoke with you 9 days ago on a Friday night, the Royals staged a thrilling comeback, come-from-behind victory against Chagrin Falls with 3 goals in the last 8 minutes to pull out a come-from-behind 5-4 win in regulation, and it snapped a 5-game losing streak. There was still hope of marching up those Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League standings and securing 4th place, but since then, Chagrin Falls has recorded 3 victories against Canfield last Saturday, a second upset of Cleveland Heights, as we told you just a few moments ago, and then a win against these Mayfield Tigers yesterday. And so, the Mayfield Wildcats yesterday. So the Chagrin Falls Tigers now secure in 4th spot and may move up further as the season moves on into the final week and a half. CVCA still had Canfield in its sights, however, after last weekend, and the Royals game against the Cardinals, originally scheduled for last Sunday, was postponed due to a snowstorm last weekend and rescheduled for yesterday, replacing a regularly scheduled contest against the Orange Lions, which did not take place. Instead, the Royals got on the road, headed down the interstate and the Ohio Turnpike to Boardman, Ohio. The winner of yesterday's contest would have the inside track on the 5th seed in the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League Blue North Division. Unfortunately for CVCA, they suffered their 4th one-goal loss of the divisional round-robin schedule, dropping a 2-1 decision over at Deep Freeze Arena down in Boardman near Youngstown. And when they call that Deep Freeze Arena, they mean it. You walk into that ice rink and you see your breath. It's almost like an outdoor game, just inside. In fact, if they had opened the doors to the outside yesterday, it may have warmed up the inside arena of the ice rink, but it was that cold. The Royals 2-1 losers yesterday, so they look to regroup this afternoon on senior night. They come into the game with a record of 8 wins, 11 losses, no ties, and 2 overtime losses. We mentioned qualification for the Barron Cup is secure. Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League announced last week it will take 6 teams from the Blue North Division and the winner and runner-up from the Blue South Division. The good news, the Royals have played 8 tight games, or they played tight games rather, with every team in front of them, but they do have a 2-8 record against Normandy, Cleveland Heights, Parma, Chagrin Falls, and Canfield. 4 of those games, as we mentioned, were 1-goal losses, 2 of them in overtime. Another was a 2-goal loss to Normandy, which wasn't decided until the Invaders secured an empty net goal in the final seconds. And yet another against Cleveland Heights was a tie game midway through the third period before the Heights Tigers pulled away and secured victory in their second contest against CVCA this season. Bad news, the Royals have yet to play consistent hockey, and we're 21 games into the season. Today is game number 22. The longest win streak has been 2 games, a feat which the Royals accomplished twice. And you have to win 3 games in a row to win the Barron Cup, so we'll see how things progress starting today. In addition today, the Royals will get the return of Nick Humphrey, and the schedule is set to ease up just a bit in the final 2 weekends of the season. The Royals should get a boost with the return of Nick Humphrey. He's the leading scorer on the team, and he's sat out the last 2 games serving a suspension for a charging penalty and game misconduct received on January 16th against Stowe goaltender Nathan Nitre. The Royals overcame his absence against Chagrin Falls a week ago, but they could not make up for the loss yesterday, and that was compounded by the additional loss for a full second period of senior captain Luke Parada, who was sent to the sin bin for a long rest for what was really a questionable hit from behind call, but it cost him a 5-minute major and a 10-minute misconduct that automatically comes with a hit from behind. So Parada with a long 15-minute rest, the entire second period essentially, and with the loss of Parada for a period and Humphrey for the entire game, only 1 goal could be mustered by CVCA yesterday in the 2-1 loss. The shorthanded Royals should, though, be back at full strength today, and as we mentioned, the schedule should ease up here in the final 2 contests of the regular season. CVCA and Mayfield today, the Wildcats have been struggling through an extremely bad stretch. They have 1 victory on the season, a win on January 8th against NDCL, which was their first win in nearly 2 years after a winless and shortened 2020-2021 pandemic campaign. Next weekend, the Royals will finish out the regular season against that NDCL team, which is also winless on this season. So, the Wildcats, the once proud program, is playing through a string, or playing out the string rather, in a second straight extremely difficult campaign. This is a team and a program that won back-to-back Barron Cup 3 titles way back in 2010 and 2011, and was the runner-up a couple of years later in 2013, but the program has fallen on hard times of late. The Wildcats' win on January 8th against NDCL was that first win in almost 2 seasons, as we mentioned. And at 1-15 overall and 1-10 in the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League Blue North Division, they are not expected to put up much of a battle today. The Royals shut out Mayfield 5-0 way back in November in the first game of the season for both teams. But there does appear to be reinforcements on the horizon for future seasons. Longtime head coach Steve Bogus told the News-Herald recently that there's 26 Mayfield kids in the Gilmore youth program going all the way back into the 3rd grade. And there's another 10 to 12 Mayfield kids in the Cleveland Heights youth program. So between those 2 programs, reinforcements are coming. Unfortunately, none of those players are old enough to suit up for the Wildcats this afternoon. Mayfield is led by senior Miles Halushka, who has 7 of Mayfield's 24 goals on the season, including a hat trick against NDCL. The Royals will also have to keep an eye on junior Austin Jackson, who wears jersey number 5. He's next in the scoring chart with 5 goals and 2 assists on the season. The goaltender for Mayfield is junior Tyler Kruger. He wears number 1, and he's the 3rd in a line of Kruger brothers who played hockey in Northeast Ohio. His brother Anthony starred for Mayfield, and his other brother Evan laced them up for university school. But with an inexperienced defense in front of him, Kruger is yielding a bit more than 6 goals a game so far on the season. As the clock winds down to 2.5 minutes left to go in the pregame warm-up time here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center in Garfield Heights, Ohio, we'll mention that CVCA leads in the all-time series between the 2 schools. The Royals have 8 wins against the Wildcats, against just 2 losses and 1 tie. CVCA has won 7 games in a row between the two schools, dating back to 2015. The last win was that 5-0 victory in the opening game of the season this year, back on November 20th. In that game, freshman Noah Chidima scored 3 goals, a hat trick in his first varsity contest, while freshman Jacob Schwartzbeck and senior assistant captain Jack Lamline had 1 goal apiece. Mayfield's last victory against the Royals was a 4-3 overtime win back in 2014 in a contest that was played down in North Canton. So a game that was neither on the Royals nor the Wildcats' home turf. That neutral contest won by the Wildcats 4-3 back in the 2014 season. The teams have met 3 times in Barron Cup action, with the Royals claiming victory twice, including a 4-0 win in 2017 en route to CVCA's first Barron Cup championship. The head coaches today, the Wildcats are coached by Steve Bogus, and he's assisted by John Pustai and Jason McCullough. CVCA's head coach in his 14th season is Doug Fairchild. 14 years on the Royals bench, and he is assisted by longtime partners in crime, Rich Hurdle, Mark Brower, and Jonathan Beckett. Clock winding down now, just about 30 seconds to go before the pregame clock hits triple zeros, and we're ready for Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League Blue North Division action today from the Kostel Rec Center. The Royals looking for win number 9 on the season, win number 5 in the Blue North Division. The Wildcats looking for the upset, looking for their second win on the 2021-2022 season. Both teams retrieving the pucks out of their nets, and we'll have the starting lineups for you in a couple of moments. There's the horn. And they'll put 15 minutes back up on the clock. Perhaps a little gamesmanship going on before this one here, as the Royals clean the pucks out of their own net. Mayfield, their players, knocked about a dozen pucks down to the Royals' side of the ice, and the Royals taking umbrage with that and sending them right back down to the Mayfield side of the ice on the left-hand side here. So Mayfield perhaps looking for CVCA to pick their own pucks up, but the Royals said, nope, we'll have none of that. You can put your own pucks in your own basket and bucket, and they're doing that right now. So the Royals lined up on the end line to our right, as they typically are. The home bench on the right-hand side of the Dan Kostel Rec Center, across from us and our viewpoint on the far side of the arena. Our perch up high in the second level above the small number of grandstand seats that we have here at the Kostel Rec Center. Mayfield lining up on the left-hand side. A good crowd of Royals fans on the right-hand side today in the seats. And now we're about ready for the starting lineups. The obligatory pregame message to the fans, asking them to respect the game, as is the tradition for every event that falls under the Ohio High School Athletic Association banner. And now the officials being recognized. John Shefsnick and Steve Spalding, the two referees for today's game. And now the starting lineups. Tyler Kruger starts in goal for the Wildcats, the third in the line of Krugers to play hockey in Northeast Ohio. He's a junior. Skylar Tillman will start at center for the Wildcats, a senior. Left wing, sophomore Julia Shabrani. Josiah Richardson will start at left wing for the Wildcats, a sophomore. And the star of the Wildcats on defense, Miles Halushka, a senior, the captain. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Wildcats, senior Ryan Oliveri, number 11. And for the Royals, Caleb Mosher in goal for CVCA, stopping 88% of the shots he's seen this season. Assistant captain and senior Jack Lamline gets the start. And Caden Ballard, the senior, starting tonight at right wing. The captain, Luke Parada, in the lineup once again. Carter Martin will start for CVCA on defense. And also on defense, number 57, Eli Parada. And the rest of the Royals head out to the blue line, the teams facing each other, and we'll pause now to honor America with the playing of our national anthem. The national anthem complete, and the teams retreat to their own benches. Some final words of instruction. The Royals with the 3 seniors in the starting lineup today. Luke Parada and Jack Lamline have been in the starting lineup on the first line all season long. Caden Ballard has captained that second line most of the season, a line that has been very productive, and I'm sure he'll probably go back to that line as the game progresses. But as a senior, he's in that starting lineup today alongside his 2 other senior partners, Parada and Lamline. The defense for CVCA, a little bit of a change in the last couple of games. Carter Martin and Eli Parada have moved up to that first line, and they've been working well. And on the second line, you've got Zach Nichols and Mark Mosher, who work well with a strong passing line for CVCA on that second line. The Royals near full strength. The only scratch today, Morgan Joy. She is out after a medical procedure about a week and a half ago. So Morgan Joy not playing, not dressed today. She is on the bench. The rest of the Royals about as strong and as healthy as they've been all season. So Royals going right to left in their blue bottoms, white tops, royal blue numerals, and blue helmets. The Mayfield Wildcats, black bottoms, black tops with green on the shoulders, white numerals outlined in green, and green helmets. They'll go left to right, and we're underway from the Dan Kostel Rec Center in Blue North action. The Royals push the puck into the offensive zone, and Luke Parada chases after it. He has it behind the net, circles, tries to center, but nobody there, and it's picked up by the Wildcats. They'll go the other direction. Julia Shabani is knocked down by one of the Royals, and she gets knocked into the boards hard, and a penalty coming up against Lamline right out of the gate. And that was number 15 for the Wildcats, actually Skylar Tillman, who took that. And 31 seconds into senior night, Jack Lamline is in the box. And so we'll wait for the call, but the Wildcats will go on the power play early on in this one. 2 minutes for Lamline, and the Wildcats take the face-off to the right of Caleb Mosher. Puck trickles, and Carter Martin has it. And Lamline's penalty is officially unsportsmanlike conduct. 2 minutes, and the time of the penalty, 29 seconds of the first period. Turnover in the offensive zone. David Siff is out there for CVCA. Siff has it on the shorthanded opportunity. Circles, but Carter Martin gets a stick on it and puts it in deep. With it now is Halushka. Up ice it comes and into the offensive zone. Save by Caleb Mosher off the stick of Skylar Tillman. Royals control behind the net. Up ice it comes, but kept in by Halushka, who dumps it in deep. Martin is there for CVCA, and Martin will send it down the ice on the clearance to center ice. Cross ice it comes to Halushka. He fans on it, but gets it back. And offsides, as in the zone, lingering was number 3, Richard Murray. And Murray falls down right there as he steps over the dot, the face-off dot outside the offensive zone. Still a minute and 2 seconds to go on the Lamline penalty. They drop the puck down, and Caden Ballard is out there. Comes to Mosher, up ice, and Mosher clears it down the ice. And the Wildcats will have to chase it. Parada, that's Luke, on the penalty kill, waiting for the Wildcats to come out with it. Up ice it comes. Halushka tips it in, and the Royals' Mosher will be the first one to it. He comes to it behind his own net, sends it up, and to Luke Parada. He sends it to Ballard. Ballard across the center ice line and dumps it in deep. He'll chase it. Still 28 seconds to go in the power play, and the penalty to Lamline. Up ice it comes. Luke Parada has it. Parada dumps it back in deep and cycles it down low for Ballard. Ballard evades a check there. Parada has it once again. Parada behind his own net. Now with some speed. Looks. Sends it up to the point. Zach Nichols tries to dump it in deeper. It's knocked off a stick, and it's on the blade of Halushka. Halushka up ice. Tipped in forward by Richard Murray. Corralled by Mark Mosher. Penalty time is up. Back to even strength are the Royals, and Lamline back out on the ice. Puck is sent in, and a shot from center ice. Saved by Mosher. He hands it to his brother Mark. Caleb to Mark, and up ice it comes, looking for Lamline. Poked away, and at center ice, the Royals ship it forward. Lamline dumps it in toward the goal, and covered by Kruger. A stoppage with 12 minutes and 4 seconds to go. The Royals kill off the Jack Lamline unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, and back to even strength with an offensive zone face-off here. Early action in the first period. The Swarm line out there, mostly freshmen and newcomers this season, who've had a great impact. Shadima wins it back. Schwartzbeck fans on it, and it's out of the zone. Mayfield clears. Near ice, though, sent back in by Schwartzbeck. He's got Chidima chasing or right to the net. Schwartzbeck into the corner, can't get to it, so up ice it's pushed. And into the offensive zone, knocked in by Joe Richardson. Eli Parada first to it for the Royals, gets it up ice, not out, and sent in, but knocked down by one of the Royals and out of the zone. Through center ice, Schwartzbeck pressuring, the Royals controlling. Chidima sends it in wide of the goal of Kruger. Shot wide again from the other direction. Schwartzbeck with some pressure. Up ice it comes, intercepted by CVCA for just a moment, and then cleared out where Eli Parada will be on it for CVCA. Parada circles back, loses the puck. Wildcats with a chance. Shot kicked aside by Caleb Mosher. And send out to center ice once again where Halushka has it. He skates in, sends it in, and it's knocked down by Parada, Eli, and the Royals try to skate out with it. Up ice it comes. Ballard into the offensive zone. Skates in, loses the puck to the corner, falls down, and the Royals will try and dig it out. Up to the point, kept in, but only for a moment. Mark Mosher couldn't get it deep, and the other direction comes Skylar Tillman. Tillman's shot gloved down by Caleb Mosher, and a stoppage with a whistle with 10:34 to go. No score. First period action between CVCA and Mayfield. So the first line, front line back out there, including Nick Humphrey. Royals rotating the defensive lines, and Zach Nichols and Mark Mosher out there. Now Lamline with some speed. Drives in, shoots, and scores! Jack Lamline puts the Royals on top. 4 minutes and 37 seconds into senior night. The assistant captain, senior Jack Lamline, makes it 1-0 CVCA. There it is again, Lamline with the goal. For Lamline, that is his 14th goal of the season. And the Royals lead 1-0. Face-off one back into the Royals defensive zone. Zach Nichols chases it. Pushes it behind the boards, looking for Mark Mosher. Back around it goes, the other side. Funny bounce to Nichols, pokes it up, and out. On the Lamline goal, the assists go to senior captain Luke Parada and junior Zach Nichols. So Lamline from Parada and Nichols, 1-0 CVCA, and the puck is iced down the ice, and there'll be a defensive zone face-off in front of Caleb Mosher. So again, Lamline from Parada and Nichols, 1-0 Royals. Royals have the swarm line out. Chidima to take the face-off for CVCA to the right of Caleb Mosher. They drop it down, and it's pushed deep and controlled by Eli Parada. Parada dumps it forward, but kept in and shot on the goal. The puck trickles, and a chance there for the Wildcats, but only for a moment. Here come the Royals. Schwartzbeck into the offensive zone. Fires and saved by Tyler Kruger, the junior goaltender for the Wildcats. Nice chance there by Jacob Schwartzbeck for CVCA. He'll win an offensive zone face-off. So again, out there for CVCA, Chidima, Schwartzbeck, Carter Martin, Eli Parada, 4 freshmen. And we're looking for the 5th one. It's sophomore Matt Porter. Wildcats clear the zone. And CVCA pokes it out to center ice. But with some speed comes Oliveri, dumps it into the corner. Eli Parada's on it for CVCA. Sends it behind the net. Carter Martin there. Martin around the boards. The other side. Slowly it comes. And back the other direction. Royals trying to clear the zone. Poke it up, but not out. Sent on goal, but knocked down in front by Eli Parada. Parada, far side. The puck trickles to Porter. Porter and Parada converge. And again, the Royals still trying to clear the zone. Eli to Porter. Matthew Porter dumps it up to center ice. And Chidima can't get it. It's going the other direction. Halushka. Halushka with 7 goals in the season. Puts one on net and saved by Mosher. Kept in. Another shot is wide. This one off of Halushka's stick once again. Now Tillman. Tillman has it knocked down, and the Royals will send it up. Knocked down, so no icing. The puck trickles to the left of Kruger. Rather to his right. And Halushka tries to build out with it. Intercepted. Ballard out on the shift change. And offsides as the puck was knocked down, and Cord Steigmeyer got into the zone too soon. Nice play actually defensively by the Wildcats to force that offsides against CVCA. And the clock stops with 8:13 to go in period number 1. The Royals leading on a Jack Lamline goal as they win the faceoff back to Mark Mosher. Up it comes, and into the offensive zone comes CVCA. Cross ice pass. It comes to CVCA's Cord Steigmeyer, who dumps it in deep. David Siff there pushes it further, looking for Ballard, but he can't get to it, and now it's poked down the ice. Slowly it goes, and icing is the call as Mark Mosher could not catch up to it, and so the clock stops with 7:50 to go. You're watching CVCA live streams coverage of senior night. CVCA Royals hockey. The Royals leading Mayfield 1-0, nearing midway through the first period. Tim Nichols along with you, along with the full CVCA live stream crew, bring you the coverage today from the Kostel Rec Center. Face-off to the left of Tyler Kruger for Mayfield. One back to the point for CVCA. Shot is knocked down off of Mosher's stick, and out with it comes Skylar Tillman. Tillman has it poke checked away by Lamline, and so doesn't gain the zone. Now dumps it in, and Lamline sweeps right up to it. Cross ice pass. Finds a teammate there. That's number 3 for CVCA, Josh Petchke. Gets it up to Luke Parada. Nick Humphrey pokes it to himself. Humphrey centers. No one there. It's poked up and kept in by Petchke. Shot. Saved by Kruger. Into the corner it goes. Luke Parada digs it out. Parada with pressure. Humphrey comes to his aid now. Pokes to Parada. Poke checked away by Kruger. Parada has it, want to stick once again to the point. Shot knocked down and deflected to the right of Kruger into the corner. Lamline pokes it forward and now intercepted and finally taken out of the zone by Josiah Richardson, but knocked right back in by CVCA. Cross ice and then back. Nice job by the Wildcats to evade Nick Humphrey and poked up, but finally out. But intercepted by Schwartzbeck. Schwartzbeck knocked in the back, gets up and avoids further harm as he bashes into the boards. It's poked in deep for CVCA where Petchke's after it. Petchke pokes it up looking for Schwartzbeck. One of the Wildcats falls down and Schwartzbeck pokes it further up, but kept in and knocked in deep by Oliveri. Petchke battles his counter number 3, Richard Murray. The Royals come out with it. Cross ice pass is knocked down and then sent back in. Stick blocker save rather by Caleb Mosher. Brother Mark has it behind the net. Pushes it up off the boards and out to center ice where the Wildcats will have to clear the zone. And we've got what appears to be a penalty, perhaps. And this one's going to go against Mayfield. Interference is the call, and into the box goes number 3, Richard Murray, the senior. The Royals will go on the power play for the first time this afternoon with a 1-0 lead. Time of that penalty to Murray. 9 minutes and 1 second with 5:59 to go here in period number 1. A 2-minute power play for the Royals. They win the face-off. Eli Parada has it at the point, sends it in deep. It's sent up and cleared out where Carter Martin will have to give chase for CVCA. Martin, Parada, Sith, Ballard, and Steigmeyer. The penalty power play unit for CVCA. Up ice it comes, and a shot. Blocker save by Kruger. Ballard pokes it up to the point. Martin keeps it in. Martin sends a shot in wide of Kruger. It bounces up to the right point where Eli Parada sends it in deep. It's intercepted by number 13, Halushka. And the Royals keep it in as Halushka tried to clear, and he gets back on it. And this time he gets knocked down by Parada once again. The Royals, Eli Parada doing a good job keeping the puck in the zone. Now Ballard gets knocked down, passes it to Luke Parada. Shot comes in from the far side and is knocked down before it got to the net, and the Wildcats clear it with 1 minute and 2 seconds to go on the Murray penalty. Carter Martin out with it. Now Lamline comes out, as does Nick Humphrey. So the Royals get a change. Up ice it comes, and the Wildcats clear it once again. Martin on it with 47 seconds to go on the penalty time. 1-0 Royals, 4:42 to go here in the first period. The Royals on the power play. Eli Parada loses it, and a shot's going to come in and stick aside by Caleb Mosher from center ice. 30 seconds to go for CVCA on the power play opportunity. 4:25 to go in the period. Humphrey has it, and Humphrey pokes it forward. He'll chase it himself. He's in deep in the corner. Humphrey has it looking, waiting for reinforcements. Humphrey still on his stick. Kicks it to himself. He's going to set up a shot. Now he overskates it, and a nice job by Mayfield's Miles Halushka, dispossessing Nick Humphrey, the leading scorer for the Royals, of that puck. And the penalty time is up. Murray's out of the box. It's back to 5-on-5. As the puck goes into the offensive zone for CVCA, Halushka pokes it forward. He finds a teammate, that's Bluffstone. Bluffstone loses it. It's back into the zone, but just for a moment for CVCA. They'll have to clear again. Luke Parada collects the puck. Parada dumps it in deep, and the Royals will get a change. 3:38 to go first period. Behind the net, Lamline gives chase and comes up with the puck on the far side. Bumps into Bluffstone. Behind the net it goes. Schwartzbeck will chase for CVCA. Into the corner, and around the boards it goes to the far side. Josiah Richardson first to it. Finds a teammate, and the Wildcats will ice it down the ice Icing is the call. 3 minutes and 16 seconds to go. First period, Royals 1, Wildcats nothing. These Wildcats played yesterday, and the Chagrin Falls Tigers dispatched them by a score of 10-0. That 10th goal coming with about 2 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the third period, which invoked the mercy rule. The Royals so far have won. And now we've got a stoppage as there is an equipment issue with the goaltender Tyler Kruger, the junior, for the Wildcats. He's got his gloves off, but getting them readjusted. And once he does, the faceoff will come to his left. And the Royals, Schwartzbeck will take it. He wins it back. Backhanded shot is knocked down. Zach Nichols with a check, and the Royals offsides, delayed offsides, but they get back on. Mayfield tries to clear it out. Nichols couldn't keep that one in. He goes all the way down the ice, and there's a chase on. Murray's after it. Icing, though, the call. As that was sent down the ice, Zach Nichols tried to keep it in, but it was just beyond his outstretched arms. And an offensive zone face-off for CVCA. Landline from Luke Parada and Zach Nichols, the scoring so far. CVCA's Caden Ballard comes out to take this face-off. He's got Sif to his left and Cord Steigmeyer to his right. He wins it back to Zach Nichols. Shot is knocked down. Nichols will get to it again. Stick handling, battling, and it's poked up, kept in by Sif. He'll shoot it. It's knocked down in front of him. Sif knocks it down with his hand. Now Nichols pokes it in further deep, and we've got a hand pass, I think is the call. A very delayed and late whistle, but they'll take the puck out of the Royal zone on the hand pass. And the Royals will defend a defensive zone face-off. 2:46 to go. Face-off to the left of Caleb Mosher. This one's won back to the Wildcats and pushed in deep by Oliveri, where Ballard digs it out in the corner and tries to skate out with it. He's knocked down. Gets right back up. A scrum ensues for the puck and a shot wide from Oliveri. Eli Parada pokes it up and out. Steigmeyer, first to it, pokes it forward. Now a breakaway chance for CVCA. Shoot and save. Second shot, second save by Kruger, and the fans from Mayfield cheering on their goaltender with 2 point-blank opportunities from CVCA right there. And Tyler Kruger keeps it a 1-0 game. A nice job by the junior from Mayfield. .209 to go, and the Royals with a great opportunity there. Tyler Kruger up to the task for the Wildcats. And so there'll be a face-off to Kruger's left. Landline wins it back for CVCA. Eli Parada has it, pokes it forward to his brother Luke. Luke's sharp angle shot goes wide and is deflected. It's pushed in further deep by Connor Martin. Shot and score! Luke Parada! Jack Lamline on the assist, and the seniors coming together for a pretty goal right there. Parada gets another one on senior night for the CVCA captain. Here it is again. Lamline wins the puck, and a nice feed to the captain, Luke Parada, who beat Tyler Kruger, and the Royals expand the lead to 2-0, the time of the Parada goal. 13 minutes and 3 seconds, and the Royals seniors have a pair of goals so far in the game. One for Lamline and one for Parada. The official scoring, Luke Parada from Lamline and Carter Martin on that one. And here comes Parada again. Shot, score! Luke Parada gets a second one. And just like that, it's 3-0. Here's Parada from the circles, and he beats Kruger to put the Royals up 3-0. And the celebration in the corner, the Royals. A pair of goals, seconds apart by Luke Parada. This one at 13 minutes and 25 seconds, just 22 seconds between the two goals for the senior captain. That one, Parada from Petchke, and it's 3-0 Royals. Here comes Lamline Skates into the corner. Centers, no one there, and intercepted by Mayfield. With it, Oliveri, who gets it into the zone and then stops right at the blue line, and Petchke will give chase. So Petchke in the books on the assist, tries to dump it around the boards, not much on that one, and so they'll have to retrieve it once again, rather. Mark Mosher digging it out behind the net, pokes it up the boards but not out, and now it's poked down the ice and the race is on. Nick Humphrey's going to get to it first for CVCA. Humphrey reverses course. It's poked away by Halushka, knocked up and out, and we'll see. It will be icing against Mayfield. So Lamb line and a pair of goals, 22 seconds apart from Luke Parada and the senior captains and assistant captains, the senior players, coming up big on senior night in the first period. The Royals lead it 3-0. The other senior, Caden Ballard, taking this face off and shoots it right on goal. Halushka with the save. So cat-like reflexes for the goaltender, Halushka. Cord Steigmeyer has it. Centers, looking for Ballard. Ballard knocked down, and the puck goes behind the net. Into the corner. CVCA looking to try and dig it out. They cycle it down low. Sif with it. Sif with Halushka pressuring him. 14 seconds left. Ballard pokes in, nose into it. Into the far side, boards it goes. Eli Parada dumps it in deep with 8 seconds left. Steigmeyer has it. Steigmeyer, not much time, tries to center. Sif is there, falls down. 1 second left, and the clock's going to run out. And that's going to do it on the first period. A period where Luke Parada got CVCA on the board first. Rather, Jack Lamline got the Royals on the board first, and then Luke Parada, a pair of goals in the 13th minute, 22 seconds apart. And that makes the score 3-0. So, an exciting end to that first period. And we'll recap the scoring officially for you in a few moments. But right now, we're going to pause for this message from CVCA.
What is excellence? Excellence is a battle cry that you were made for more than this, in a world that is so satisfied with just okay. It's striving for greatness not only when there is a prize or recognition to be won, but in the still and quiet with only an audience of one. It's going above and beyond for others in service because our God has gone above and beyond all that we could have asked or imagined in His pursuit of us. It's diving into studies and academic pursuits, believing that the Lord has fashioned our minds out of the dust of the earth to understand and master complex concepts and the deep mysteries of the universe. It's preparation, not only for college or a career, but a life recklessly abandoning the ordinary and believing that the God who moves mountains lives inside you and will use you to turn the world upside down for His glory. A school defined by excellence is so much more than a building and classrooms. It is a defining culture, a strong imprint on a student's life in the way they will learn and grow. It is a life-altering encounter that surrounds them with people and experiences that shape who they will become. It is the foundation that they will take with them wherever they go. It is what they will see in their rearview mirrors as guideposts, showing them the way forward and propelling them to excel still more. In our lives, in our homes, in our families, in our communities, to go out and impact the world that God so loved. To shine a light on the darkest and most broken places. To be the salt to those who have lost their flavor. To bring love and healing as the hands and feet that we are called to be. We are CVCA, and we are called to excel still more.
So with that message from CVCA, the whole concept of excelling still more, and now we want to finish excel still more. If you've got interest in your son or your daughter your grandson or your granddaughter attending CVCA, you did miss an opportunity on Friday night for the annual Winter Open House, but there's a couple of other opportunities to get information firsthand about Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. And the first one is the new family preview night that will take place on February 10th. And the second one is the middle school family preview night for grades 6, 7, 8, which will take place on February 18th. Entrance exams are required for attendance at CVCA, and those are not cumbersome, but they do have to happen. And the next opportunity is on February 5th, and there's another opportunity on March 5th for entrance exams at CVCA. First period dominated by the Royals. The Royals captains and seniors getting the Royals on the board. Jack Lamline first scored at 4 minutes and 37 seconds of that first period, assisted by Parada, Luke, and Zach Nichols. It was 1-0, and then Luke Parada, a pair of goals, 22 seconds apart at 13:03 and 13:25 of the first period. The first one assisted by Lamline and Carter Martin. The second one assisted by Josh Petchke. Royals 3 and Wildcats 0. Royals close out the regular season on Saturday, February 5th against NDCL up in Mentor at 6:15. Then they'll wait for their first round opponent matchup in the 2022 Barron Cup Championship. All the Barron Cup games will take place at the venerable John M. Coyne Rec Center in Brooklyn, Ohio. On Friday night, CVCA Livestream took the plunge and brought a full boys basketball broadcast to the CVCA community in a stream that was presented on the NFHS network, the official streaming partner of all Royals events at Tim Byerly Gymnasium and at Royal Stadium. The Royals faced Tuslaw in a key Pac-7 matchup to keep pace with Northwest atop the standings, and they notched an important victory. Let's take a look at the highlights. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to a special CVCA live stream presentation of CVCA Royals basketball on the NFHS network. We've done nearly 20 CVCA football games in the last 2 years. CVCA live stream has broadcast 30 CVCA hockey games since 2020, but for the first time tonight, we're live from inside Tim Byerly Memorial Gymnasium for a huge Principals Athletic Conference boys basketball game between CVCA and Tuslaw. Ready for the tip-off. Countdown to tip-off is done, and we're ready for PAC conference action. The Mustangs control the tip, and with it is Harbeitner. The first shot is up and on the way, and good for Tuslaw. Three-pointer. It's 3-0 Mustangs. Good rebound by CVCA. Cody Brantley. And then back low, Dar off the glass and in. Brennan Dar. Royals with a 1-point lead. Dar has it tipped. No backcourt as the ball was tipped into the corner. CVCA three-pointer on the way. Good! Jackson Shelby for the Royals for 3, and the Royals lead balloons to 4. Into the front court. Frascone has it. Dishes. Shot on the way from Pratt, short, and rebounded by Rusinko for CVCA. Long outlet looking for Peterson. Finds him, and Peterson lays it up and in. Darren Peterson has the ball for CVCA to start the second half. Bagwell dribbles. Back to Peterson. Fakes a three, now drive into the lane and dishes to Bagwell. Three-pointer on the way. It's good! Seth Bagwell puts the Royals back on top, 28-26. Inbounded. And the Mustangs will set up. Pratt for 3, short. Tipped out, but controlled by the Mustangs, but tipped away. Darren Peterson has it, and he's on his way to the basket. He lays it off the glass and in. 51-47 on the transition basket for Darren Peterson. Harbeitner, three-pointer on the way. It's short. And in there on the rebound for CVCA is Shelby. And another transition basket for Darren Peterson. Timeout. CVCA on the quick run. The Royals push the lead back out to 6 with 2 minutes and 51 seconds to go. 25 points on the night so far for Darren Peterson. Gets it over to Peterson. He'll drive into the paint and pull it back out with 2:09 to go. Double teaming are the Mustangs. They get it to Dar. Bagwell, they're playing keep away. Fridline from the corner, 3. It's good! 3-point basket by Jonathan Fridline, and the Royals have their largest lead of the game at 56-47 with less than 2 minutes to go. And the rest of the Royals will celebrate as the clock runs out. The Royals victorious tonight. Final score 61-53. CVCA victorious on senior night. A big win for the Royals basketball program. The boys basketball team picked up a couple of other non-conference wins this week as well. CVCA defeated Streetsboro on Tuesday night 56-52, and the boys were back in action last night, victorious again at home against Akron East 60-41. Girls basketball ran their record to 12-4 with a trio of victories over the last week. CVCA defeated Tuslaw on the road 65-38 8 days ago on Saturday. On Tuesday, they got a non-conference win at Beaumont 53-29, and on Thursday, they completed the three-game road sweep, defeating Triway 64-37. The Lady Royals currently sit tied in the loss column with Northwest atop the pack standings. Each team has just one conference loss on the other team's home court. The OHSAA first-round playoff seedings are scheduled to be announced later today, and the Royals will find out where they'll be when the playoffs begin later on this season. CVCA bowling team split a meet on Tuesday, getting a win against Akron North, but falling to Lake Center Christian, while the swim team hosted Talmadge on Friday night for senior night, with the girls claiming victory, but the boys falling short. And the wrestling team competed yesterday at the St. Vincent-St. Mary quad meet, but as of right now, no word on results at this time. Here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center in Garfield Heights, Ohio, it's senior night for the Royals hockey team, and we are at the tail end of the first intermission. Royals leading 3-0. Behind goals from Jack Lamline and Luke Parada. Lamline one and Parada a pair of goals, and the Royals will look to start the second period. And keep the pressure on. Royals will return to the bench. Nick Humphrey out on the ice, as is. Looks like Carter Martin for CVCA, getting some skating in. And the Mayfield Wildcats have returned as well. It's the second period now, so it's the long change period. Especially if you're on a power play or penalty kill, it's a long way back to the bench. And so, always something to look out for. Caleb Mosher heads to the goal to our left and back to our right. Tyler Kruger steps in for the Wildcats. Teams assembled at center ice, so is the referee, and we're just about ready to go. 3-0 Royals as the second period set to get underway. Referee blows his whistle, Lamline steps in, and they drop the puck, and it's one back to CVCA's Carter Martin. Second period action just underway. Royals up 3-0. Martin retrieves behind his own net, and he'll break it out for CVCA. Far side, looking for Humphrey. He pokes it ahead to Lamline, who pokes it off the boards, and he will chase, but he won't get there in time. Just a little too strong, and the referee signals icing against CVCA 17 seconds into period number 2. So the face-off to the left of Caleb Mosher here. And this one controlled by the Wildcats up to the point. Shot on Mosher, stick to side, into the corner, with the Royals swinging around the boards to Luke Parada. Parada has it, and again he'll retreat behind his own net and start the breakout for CVCA. Stick handles and pokes it up off the boards, and this is going to go for an icing. Looked like he may have been looking for his brother Eli, but the two misconnect there. And so the Royals will defend the defensive zone face-off once again in front of Caleb Mosher. This one will be to Mosher's right. And the Royals win it back to Eli Parada. Up to the point, shot in, saved by Mosher. Around the boards. David Krieger out for a shift. This one is knocked down and pushed back in from the slot by Ryan Oliveri. Eli Parada digs it out, pokes it far side, looks for Martin and finds him. Martin has it chipped up. The Royals still yet to clear the zone. This is poked ahead. David Siff on his horse. Can he get there? No. Icing once again for the third time in 68 seconds. CVCA called for icing the puck. And so the Royals a little choppy in the start to this second period. Face off to Mosher's left. Ballard wins it back, and CVCA again will try and break out with it. This is up to Siff, poked ahead to Ballard, and the Royals have cleared the zone. Across ice looking for Krieger, it's poked away. Martin pokes it forward, and unable to control is Ballard, and the Wildcats will get on it. To center ice, dispossessed, and now Ballard going the other direction. Ballard cross ice attempted pass, can't get through, and he's knocked down. Kept in at the point by Martin, who pokes it in deep, and back on it is Oliveri. Around the boards with a funny bounce and a save by Kruger. Second shot by Chidima. Kruger with another save. And so the Wildcats almost victimized by that funny corner here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center. We've seen it a number of times each season as you try and clear the puck around the boards. On the far side, the lobby side, it hits that corner and bounces right back to almost the face-off dot, and the Royals with a chance there. So Noah Chidima takes the face-off to the right of Tyler Kruger. Schwartzbeck and Outward out there on the ice with him. Schwartzbeck trying to control it center ice, but it's pushed forward. Skylar Tillman sends it in. It's off the skate of Mark Mosher. He pokes it up. Schwartzbeck can't get a stick on it. Back to Mosher. And Mosher has wheels, and he'll skate out with it. Through center ice, Mosher, it's got Krieger on his right. It's poked away through center ice. And David Siff, check that out. It's Ben Wilford. We'll have to go back on it for CVCA. Up, looking for Outward. And to center ice it goes. Wildcats bring it into the zone. Cross ice pass intercepted by Schwartzbeck. So Mosher, Ben Wilford, Jared Outward on the near side boards. Outward trying to dig it out. That's shot in and knocked down and poked up. Outward into the offensive zone. Has it on his stick behind the net. Tries to center, gets knocked down. Into the corner it goes. Skylar Tillman loses the puck. It's poked in deep and controlled by the Wildcats, who poke it out. Mark Mosher will chase it for CVCA with pressure from Richard Murray. Mosher skates around him. Evades another Wildcat. Through center ice again goes Mark Mosher. Into the offensive zone, fires, and knocked aside by Tyler Kruger. Wildcats push it around the boards. Jack Lamline's out there. Pushes it in deep, looking for Nick Humphrey. Humphrey leading the team in scoring. And then it goes, and Humphrey trying to dig it out. With it is Halushka. Halushka off the boards and not out. And now it is. Lamline right there, though, and the Royals onside. Lamline looks, fires, knocked down by Oliveri. Now Luke Parada looking for the hat trick. Shires it on net. It's pushed aside. Lamline, sharp angle shot, score! Jack Lamline is second of the day with the senior assistant captain 3 minutes and 40 seconds into the second period, and Lamline has a pair. On the replay, you see it again. Lamline from that sharp angle put it behind Tyler Kruger. And the Royals lead now 4-0. So Lamline from Parada. Senior night, and the seniors stepping up big. All 4 goals so far for the Royals senior class. A pair for Lamline and a pair for Parada, and they've got the puck again. Cord Steigmeyer has it on his stick, skates into the slot. Still has it. Shot and just wide in the open net. Trying to set up CVCA for another goal right there. Eli Parada dumps it in deep, intercepted by the Wildcats, and they try and move out with it. It's Halushka. Bodies off Parada. Into the corner they go. And to get it is David Siff. Siff pokes it forward, looking for Ballard. Can't find him, and it trickles into the offensive zone where on it is Kevin Bluffstone. Bluffstone gets hit off the puck by Ballard. The Royals get the puck. Centering pass, fanned on it is Porter. Looking for another one. It comes up to Eli Parada. Parada fires, and the first save by Kruger. Cord Steigmeyer has his stick taken out of his hands. He picks it up, and Kruger has the puck, or at least he had it. It's now out in the circle. Stoppage at 10 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the second period. Royals 4, Wildcats nothing. Face-off is won back to Chidima. He pokes it to the far side boards. Chidima evades one. Into the corner he goes. Noah Chidima had a hat trick against this team in November in his first varsity game. Petchke keeps it in for CVCA. It comes to Chidima once again. He fires, and it's wide. Schwartzbeck there. Schwartzbeck centers, looking for Chidima. It goes through the crease area, and behind the net it finds where the puck finds itself. Chidima digs it out, looking, centers, looking for Schwartzbeck, and a save by Kruger, and a seat on the ice for just a moment for CVCA's Matthew Porter, I believe that was. He skates off the ice, and the Royals will get a change. Face off to the right of Kruger. And he sees Lamline out there with Humphrey and Parada again. This one's won back to Parada. Luke has it, leaves it for Petchke. Petchke fires, it's just wide of the net for Josh Petchke. Lamline retrieves it on the far side, behind the net to Luke Parada. Parada has it, surveys, back to Lamline in the corner. Lamline tries to skate out with it, comes to Humphrey, and now poked up and kept in by Carter Martin on the left point. Martin dumps it back in deep where Halushka is there for the Wildcats, and he just sends it down the ice. This one will be on Caleb Mosher, and so no icing. Back to get it is Carter Martin. He skates past it, shot just wide, so a dangerous play right there for the Royals and a chance for the Wildcats. Now Lamline digs it out, tries to get it to Parada. It's poked back forward, and a big hit from Nick Humphrey, and Humphrey is going to go. The referee shakes his head and says, yes, that was too much. Humphrey can't believe it, but he's going to sit. The second big hit taken today by Skylar Tillman. Nick Humphrey getting a chance to play today after having to sit the last two games. Luke Parada looking for an explanation. The Royals captain. He gets one. And Humphrey goes into the box for 2 minutes. Royals penalty kill will come back out, and the Wildcats power play will have another opportunity. They had one. They're 0 for 1 so far in the game. The official call is elbowing against Humphrey. And so the Royals win the face-off and poke it up and out. And David Siff has a breakaway opportunity. Siff in on goal, shoots, score! A shorthanded goal by David Siff for CVCA, and the Royals lead balloons to 5-0. Here it is again off the face-off. Siff got the puck poked to him, and he beat everyone down the ice. He comes in on Kruger and beats him to the near side. Siff, his 9th goal of the season for the Royals. It's 5-0. The power play continues for the Wildcats. They get it into the offensive zone, and with it is Bluffstone. Shot is wide into the corner, and they control up to the right point and dumped back in deep by Oliveri. Zach Nichols has it. Nichols will clear it down the ice for CVCA. Minute 33 to go on the Nick Humphrey penalty, and Halushka retrieves the puck behind his own net. He looks across. He sees Caden Ballard. Halushka, cross-ice pass, looking for number 18. That's Josiah Richardson, but he can't reach it. He was zigging when he should have been zagging, and that will result in a icing call against the Wildcats and a defensive zone faceoff while on the power play. Royals have Lamline in there to take the face-off. It's won by and controlled by the Wildcats. They push it up, and Lamline back checks and has it on his blade. Lamline through center ice. Another shorthanded chance perhaps, poked away by Bluffstone. Bluffstone skates out but loses it to Eli Parada. Parada gets it to his brother Luke, pushes it to Lamline. 2-on-2. Lamline to his left in the circle, sets up and just dumps it in deep with 50 seconds to go. Luke Parada, though, there first to it. Parada will try and waste some time, pokes it back out. Parada cross ice looking for Lamline, and then it's intercepted. And the Wildcats' Ryan Oliveri picks it up with 35 seconds to go on the power play. Oliveri with some speed dumps it in deep. He'll chase it. Carter Martin's there for CVCA. Oliveri bumps him off the puck. And the player's looking for it, and it's stuck on the back of the net. And the referee blows the whistle to stop play with 7 minutes and 11 seconds to go. David Siff, shorthanded goal during this power play, giving the Royals a 5-0 lead. 7 minutes and 11 seconds to go here in period number 2. Royals push this one up. Still on the penalty kill, and it's dumped in deep by Noah Chidima. Corralled by the Wildcats. Up ice it comes, pushed forward and into the offensive zone for Mayfield. Trying to get the shot off is Richard Murray. He can't. And the Royals clear the zone with 4 seconds left. Chidima chasing Halushka. The other direction comes Oliveri into the offensive zone, back to 5-on-5. Carter Martin skates Oliveri off the puck, but it's kept in by Halushka. He steps in, shoots, and he scores! The 8th goal of the season by Miles Halushka gets one on the board for the Mayfield Wildcats, an even strength goal at 8 minutes and 26 seconds of the second period, and the score now is CVCA 5 and Mayfield 1. And so after the goal by Halushka, Royals win the faceoff, and Ballard pokes it in deep. Siff will give chase for it for CVCA. Siff had the last goal for the Royals, has some wheels, centers, shot, trying to set up Ballard, poked aside by Halushka. By Kruger. Shot in deep, this time by Mosher, goes wide, and with it is Bluffstone. He'll poke it in, and it's taken away by Wilford for CVCA, sends it around the boards. Siff has it, pushes it around the boards, but not far. It's kept in, and Halushka has it on his stick once again, takes a shot, and that one's off the iron. Another chance for Halushka to try and get closer for Mayfield, but here come the Royals. Siff stays onside. The Royals' Cord Steigmeyer fires, and it's wide. So Halushka tried to get a second one right there and hit the left post. The last goal was scored by Halushka, unassisted officially. Now Lamline has it. Lamline skates in front of the blue line. Into the circles, hauled down, no call. Wilford comes in and dumps it in deep, keeps it in for the Royals where Steigmeyer is there. Steigmeyer behind the net. Lamline centers and no one there. It goes to the corner. Oh, a big shot on Caden Ballard, and the Royals are going to go on the power play. Nick Humphrey was called for an elbow a little bit ago, and that was a Class A, genuine, world-class elbow right there by Mayfield. And into the box goes Skylar Tillman. Two minutes for elbowing for Skylar Tillman. And Caden Ballard gets up, and the Royals will be on the power play. Lamline wins it back to Petchke. Petchke sends it in. Save by Kruger. Martin keeps it in for CVCA, but just for a moment. And now controlled by Mayfield. They push it up, and Mayfield with it. Shot, save off the stick and blade of Julia Shabroni. Shabroni looking for the shorthanded chance there. Now the Royals go the other direction. Luke Parada has it. Parada sets it up, but Shabroni there. Poke checks it away from the senior captain for CVCA, and it's knocked in deep by Nick Humphrey. Off the boards, though, and cleared out to center ice by Mayfield, and a minute 25 left to go on the penalty for the Wildcats. Royals gain the zone. Humphrey has it far side. Humphrey skates in deep into the corner. He's got pressure from Halushka. Humphrey falls down, and Halushka wins the puck and clears it just out as Martin could not knock it down. So Martin has it at center ice. He'll skate in with it, waiting to get offside, the late offside against CVCA. They dump it in deep, and Lamline will try and get it, but it's pushed down and cleared by the Wildcats. Still 57 seconds to go on the power play for CVCA. Royals 5, Wildcats 1. Royals 2 goals this period, 1 goal for the Wildcats. Luke Parada into the offensive zone. Parada into the circles. Leaves it for Lamline. Lamline shoots, and it's wide and cleared out by Halushka down the ice for the clearance with 35 to go on the penalty time. 3:42 to go in second period action. Lamline loses it. Shot saved by Mosher. Josiah Richardson with a shot and a chance off the loose puck right there. It's the Royals send it around the board. Schwartzbeck can't control. Back in deep with 13 seconds to go. Petchke evades and sends it up ice. The Royals send it forward. Lamline couldn't get it. Would have had a chance. Petchke gets to center ice, but it's knocked down and knocked away. Penalty time is up. A shot knocked down by Caleb Mosher. Mayfield back to full strength. They dump it in deep, delayed offsides, and Carter Martin for CVCA pokes it forward and clears the zone. Under 3 minutes to go, second period. Royals leading by 4. Bit of disjointed action for CVCA here. And they gain the zone and chase it in deep. Noah Chidima pokes it forward. Matthew Porter. And it's sent around the boards and kept in by Eli Parada. He settles, fires, it's chipped up. A stick goes flying. Into the corner it goes and kept in for Petchke. Petchke keeps the zone, fires. It's wide. Chidima tried to get a stick on it. Behind the net, centered, no one there, knocked aside by the Wildcats. It comes back to Chidima. Chidima behind his net again. Reverses course, tries to center for Porter. He was standing on the doorstep but couldn't get it done. And the Wildcats clear the zone. This is going to be icing against Mayfield with 2 minutes and 7 seconds to go in the second period. Royals 5, Wildcats 1. Face off to the left of Kruger. It goes to his left, but he gloves it down, and we'll have another one. 2:05 to go. Ballard pushes it to the corner. Siff is there. Siff controls for a moment, but falls down. Ballard picks it up. Ballard with a chance. Shot saved by Kruger, and now a scrum in front. And they separate everybody. Halushka taking umbrage right there to a CVCA player who was on the edge of the crease. And as we look, that player was Cord Steigmeyer. So they take a moment to look at Kruger, and we'll see what the call is here. No call. We're just going to continue play. So face off to the left of Kruger once again. This one's one back to Parada. Fires it. It's knocked down in front. And Parada, can he keep it in? No. To center ice it comes. Murray. Ballard dispossesses him. It comes back to Zach Nichols. He settles, pokes it forward to Ballard, and now CVCA breaks out with it. Here comes Steigmeyer, 3-on-2. Steigmeyer fires, and it's gloved down by Kruger. Ballard and Siff chase to it, but can't get there. Shabroni has it. Shabroni poked aside by Eli Parada, and it clears the zone and out to center ice. Murray pokes it in further, and Ballard will retrieve it for CVCA with 1:15 to go here in the third period. Ballard loses it, and now Mayfield with a chance, knocked down by Mosher. Second shot goes through the crease, and Siff cleans that up with 1:05 to go. Siff, cross ice pass to Ballard, can't control, but now gets it back. Evades one and sends heads up ice into the offensive zone. Ballard looking for Cord Steigmeyer. It's knocked aside. Kept in by Luke Parada. Parada, with 2 goals on the day, tries to center. And a shot by Lamline goes wide. So Steigmeyer gives chase, and the Royals not able to hold that one down. All the way down the ice it goes for an icing with 38 seconds to go here in period number 2. Face off to the right of Kruger. And it's controlled by the Wildcats with 35 seconds to go. Nice back checking by Lamline, and he possesses the puck. He retreats behind his own net for only for a millisecond, and he heads back up the ice. Lamline looking for the hat trick. Tries to dangle, but he's dispossessed. It comes to Parada. Can he get his own hat trick? Just wide. 14 seconds left. Parada up to Mosher. Mosher fires wide of the net and hits the side of the net. Now Humphrey with 8 seconds left in the corner. Back up to the point. Mosher keeps it in. He's going to fire it again, and it's just wide once again. The clock winds down, and it winds out. We've reached the end of 2 periods from the Dan Kostel Rec Center. And the score, Royals 5 and Mayfield 1. As the teams head to the locker rooms, and the replay plays here, we're going to pause for another message from CVCA. You can experience CVCA and what makes CVCA unique, and as you consider the community you would like to be a part of, we invite you to experience CVCA and see what sets us apart. Visit the CVCA website at cvcaroyals.org/experience-CVCA to see how CVCA continues to make an impact on students, parents, faculty, and alumni. On Saturday, March 12th, we'll gather for our annual Royal Evening, a highlight of the year for CVCA families, students, and alumni. A celebration of God's faithfulness to CVCA, the Royal Evening is our largest annual fundraiser for student tuition assistance. The event includes great food, fellowship, and the ever-popular silent and live auctions. There are many ways you can be a part of this exciting and important event. Volunteer, become a sponsor, donate an auction item, and attend the gala in March. Tickets for Royal Evening 2022 will become available on February 1st. So make plans now to help us fill the field house. As we get to our final intermission break of the year, we now want to pay tribute to the 3 seniors on this year's CVCA hockey team. Let's take a look at this photo montage video put together by Kristen Nichols, highlighting the career of this trio. Luke Parada, Jack Lamline, and Caden Ballard came into the CVCA program back in the fall of 2018 and made their presence known immediately. The crowning moment for the Royals program over the last 4 years occurred on February 10th, 2019, when the Royals brought home their second Barron Cup championship in school history. And all 3 freshmen, now seniors, had a direct impact on the outcome. The late and legendary Cleveland sports writer Matt Lodi recorded it this way in his game story on that day. Quote, Christian Beckett got the scoring going for the Royals as he scored with 4:38 left in the opening period, with Luke Parada gaining the assist to make it a 1-0 game. It took CVCA just 1 minute and 29 seconds to make it 2-0 as Jack Lamline got one past goalie Colin Pinson, with Stephen Griffith and Caden Ballard collecting the assists. The Royals made that 2-goal cushion stand up with stellar defense and goaltending from JT Nichols, and Parada, Lamline, and Ballard were Barron Cup champions as freshmen. The trio was also on the team that won the 2018 CVCA Christmas tournament, as documented by this video, and they traveled to Canada multiple times to play in Ontario. The trio has been nothing short of consistent. Lamline playing in his 105th game today, Ballard his 106th, and Parada his 107th game for the Royals. Ballard has been consistent every year. He hustles every single shift and has blossomed this year as a senior leading the second line and has played some beautiful hockey with crisp passing. It's led Ballard to have a career-high 13 assists so far this season. In 4 years, he has 18 goals, 34 assists, and 52 points. Lamline scored what was ultimately the game winner in the Barron Cup final, and he hasn't stopped scoring. Another model of consistency, he had 15 goals overall as a freshman, 11 as a sophomore, 14 last year, and now, with 2 today, 15 this season. Overall, the CVCA assistant captain has 53 goals, check that, 55 now, 46 assists and 98 points in his career coming into today's contest. Of course, Captain Luke Parada, he had 53 goals coming to his own coming into the day and has added 2 more to make it 55. Parada, the second in a trio of Parada brothers, is also the second to wear the C on his jersey, joining his brother Jack as captain, and this year got to play with younger brother Eli. In addition to his 55 goals, he has 50 assists and 105 points. Congratulations to all 3, Caden Ballard, Jack Lamline, and Luke Parada, on their amazing careers with the Royals. Recapping that second period, the Royals got another couple of goals. The first one at 3 minutes and 40 seconds of the second period when Jack Lamline got his second of the day, assisted by senior captain Luke Parada. It was 4-0. David Siff got a shorthanded goal at 6 minutes and 21 seconds of the second period. And it was 5-0 CVCA before the Mayfield Tigers got one back when Halushka put one behind Royals goaltender Caleb Mosher at the 8 minute and 26 second mark of the second period. And so that's where we stand at the end of 2, 5-1. Taking a look at the out-of-town scoreboard today, Garfield defeated NDCL earlier this afternoon 5-0. And Chagrin Falls leads Parma. That's actually, take that back. It's Parma leading Chagrin Falls 2-0. There we go. 2-0 at the end of the second period. Parma leading Chagrin Falls over at the pond in Bainbridge. We are at the second intermission as the clock winds down, looking forward to a rousing third period, and the Royals looking to get the victory today. They've got a 5-1 advantage heading into the third period. And that gives us a chance to talk about the Barron Cup coming up the week of February 8th. 1 week from Monday, the Barron Cup kicks off. And in Barron Cup 3 action, the Royals are locked into the 6th seed in the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League Blue North Division. Typically, the Blue South champion gets slotted in above, usually around the 3 slot, so the 6th-seeded Royals would drop down 1, probably to the 7th seed in the 8-team tournament. And that will likely set up a first-round game with Cleveland Heights, although that could change depending on the outcome of other games, specifically 2 games between Cleveland Heights and Normandy over the final week and a half of the season. Chagrin and Parma playing this afternoon as well, so there's some games to be played, but right now Normandy is undefeated and Heights has 2 losses, both to Chagrin Falls. So if it's a 2-7 matchup, CVCA would likely play Heights. If for some reason they slot the Blue South teams below the Blue North teams, it would be a 6-3 matchup, which would likely put CVCA on course with either Parma or Chagrin Falls. So stay tuned to CVCA live stream on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You can follow us at CVCA live stream, and we will certainly keep you up to date on the seedings when they are officially announced for the 2022 Barron Cup, which will take place during the week of February the 7th. Or check that, February the 6th, starting on Monday. There will be 4 games, I believe, Monday through Thursday that week for the Blue Division. All those games will take place at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And then the semifinal games will take place on the Saturday. And then Championship Sunday, we'll see the blue division play first, followed by the white, and then red divisions with the 3 champions crowned. 2 weeks from today, at the venerable John M. Coyne Rec Center, Barron Cup 51, I believe it is, this year in 2022, the championship of Northeast Ohio hockey. And really, with the way the state tournament is set up for hockey in the state of Ohio, if you've ever watched Hoosiers, where they put all the teams in the state of Indiana in basketball in one division, and the Hoosiers team that won in the movie was a small school, it's exactly how hockey works in the state of Ohio. Mayfield and CVCA and all the other teams in the blue get looped in or dumped in with the same teams, with the St. Ignatius and St. Edwards and all the other big school teams. And so for a small school team to win the state championship, it would be the thing of Hollywood, the thing's made of Hollywood. And so it is the Barron Cup that the teams at this level play for. And the Royals will, despite all the frustration this season, have a chance to play for a Barron Cup championship. And certainly, despite the numerous one-goal losses so far in this season, it just takes 3 games. Put together 3 games and you're a champion. The Royals have secured their spot in the tournament, and we'll look forward to an exciting week just a little over 1 week from now. But before then, we've got another period of hockey to play here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center. Royals 5, Mayfield Wildcats 1. And then another game next Saturday on the road against NDCL up in Mentor to wrap up the regular season. Royals looking for their 10th win of the season tonight. Check that, their 9th win of the season tonight. Their 5th win in the Blue North Division. And they're 15 minutes away from picking that up. Senior night here in Garfield Heights, Ohio. The Royals with a good crowd on hand. Free student admission this afternoon. And so the seniors stepping up. Jack Lamline with a pair of goals. Luke Parada also with a pair of goals so far on the day. We'll see if either of them can pick up the hat trick, and maybe they can get Caden Ballard on the board as well here in period number 3 on senior night 2022. The Royals already returning to the ice, and the Wildcats yet, essentially there they are. They had yet to return to the arena, but now we see them coming in. Royals 8-11-0-2, looking for win number 9. Wildcats would need a monumental comeback here to pick up their 2nd victory of the season. Referees have returned to the ice as well. They've put the goal in place to our right. Actually, it's Caleb Mosher doing those honors. And they are putting the goal in place to our left in front of Mayfield junior goaltender Tyler Kruger. Once again, we're glad you found us today. If you're from CVCA, we're glad you are with us and have been with us all season long. If you're watching along and you found us from Mayfield today, despite the score, we hope you're enjoying the coverage of the Mayfield Wildcats here as the visiting team from the Dan Kostel Rec Center. And again, you can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and on Instagram at CVCA Livestream. Wrapping up our coverage of the Royals season today, all home games broadcast on the CVCA Athletic Boosters YouTube channel. Royals with just 1 regular season game left to run, or left to go, next Saturday at at NDCL. And so, again, 1 period left to run, and here we go. They drop the puck down, and we're off and running. Luke Parada dumps it in deep into the offensive zone, and he'll chase it. There first, though, is Ryan Oliveri. Parada gets it back. It's poked away, and he'll leave it at the point for his brother, Eli. Eli pushes it in further deep. Luke gets it once again. He has it. Knocked aside by the goaltender, Kruger. Near side corner, Landline finds Eli Parada. His shot is knocked down by Halushka. He gets it back, centers. Nobody there. It's knocked away and up and out of the zone. Carter Martin puts it back in. The Royals get onside, and out with it comes the Wildcats, but only for a moment. CVCA regains possession. Just underway, 3rd period. Royals leading 5-1, and Eli Parada dumps it in deep. And the Wildcats are there. It goes by Halushka. And Nick Humphrey has it. Humphrey has a chance. Second shot, score! The hat trick! Jack Lamline, the senior, gets his third of the day. Just 56 seconds into the third period. Lamline jumps on the loose puck on the far side. Here we go, the replay. Humphrey had it on his stick. The rebound right there, and Lamline buried it in the back of the net for the hat trick today for the senior assistant captain. Lamline records his 16th goal of the season. And for Humphrey, the assist. Lamline from Humphrey, and the Royals lead 6-1. Here comes David Siff into the offensive zone. Siff passes, looking for Ballard to try and get him on the board. It's knocked away wide by Kruger. Siff tries to dig it out, falls down, and it's poked up and knocked down by Cord Steigmeyer. Steigmeyer has it still. Finds Ballard. Ballard leaves it for Siff. Siff back ice, and Ballard will chase it. Ballard in the circles. Fires, sharp angle shot saved by Kruger. Ballard gets it again. Second shot goes wide. Siff centers it. Pushed aside again. Siff has it again. Sends it, and it's knocked down before it gets to the goaltender Kruger. Ballard pokes it in deep. Steigmeyer there. 6-1 now, CVCA. Ballard between the circle, or in the circles rather, is dispossessed and knocked down. Centering pass to Steigmeyer is taken away by Halushka. And Halushka clears the zone, and he'll ice it with 13 minutes exactly to go here in the third period. Royals 6, Wildcats 1. Looked like the Royals were working really hard that time to try and get Caden Ballard a goal here on senior night. And we'll see if he has another chance. Right now, the Royals win the faceoff. Chidima fires it, and it's saved by Kruger. .12:57 to go. Faceoff to the left of Kruger. Matthew Porter will take it for the Royals. It's dropped down, and Porter pushes it forward, but the Wildcats push it up and out of the zone where Eli Parada has it. Parada off the boards looking for Schwartzbeck, and they allow that to be onside. And so the Royals gain the zone. Centering pass, knocked down. Second shot is trickled wide off of the stick of outward. Now Porter behind the net. And knocked to the far side. Chidima picks it up. Chidima gets knocked into the boards and knocked off the puck, but it comes right back to him. He pushes it back in. Halushka dumps it forward. And now Chidima, I think, has it. Shoots backhanded. It was Chidima over the net. Zach Nichols keeps it in and knocks down the Wildcat. That was Murray who came into contact with Nichols. And out come the Wildcats out with the puck. They dump it deep. Nichols falls down. Sticks go flying. The Royals possess the puck. Cross ice pass intercepted by Halushka. He'll shoot and saved by CVCA's goaltender, Caleb Mosher. Clock stoppage at 11:54 to go here in the third period. The final period of regulation in the regular season here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center for the Royals, who possess a 6-1 lead against Mayfield. The puck is dropped down, and it's controlled by CVCA, but not out. Sent back in and knocked down. And now dug out by CVCA, and here comes Lamline again. Lamline has it poked away. The Royals keep it in the zone. Martin does it for the moment, but it's poked back out to the neutral zone, and Luke Parada is on it for the Royals. Parada, 2 goals, Lamline 3, and David Siff, the other goal for CVCA. Halushka from the point, shoots. It's knocked down and knocked to the far side. Petchke pokes the nose in there, and Luke Parada digs it out. Parada pokes it up. Lamline will get to it. Lamline has got Parada skating, centering, and it's right on the goaltender, Kruger, who makes the stop, and this one is swept away as well. Carter Martin sends it back in deep. Lamline pokes it toward the goal. Kruger pushes it aside. David Krieger out there trying to give chase, and that one is just out of the outstretched arms of Josh Petchke, down across the end line and icing against Mayfield. 10 minutes and 50 seconds to go. We've got a final from Chagrin, and the Chagrin Falls Tigers have come all the way back. They forced overtime and won it in overtime against Parma. Chagrin victorious today, 3-2, a big win, and that may secure third place in the standings for Chagrin, and they still may have their eyes on second place, trying to catch up to and chase Cleveland Heights. Meanwhile, the Royals with the puck in the offensive zone. Cord Steigmeyer in the corner. Has room. It's poked away. And the Wildcats come up the ice. Oliveri hard into the boards as he's dispossessed. And the Royals poke it up. And here comes Caden Ballard. Ballard, 1-on-1, it's poked away. And the Royals retain the puck offsides. Ballard knocked into the zone. Steigmeyer couldn't get there fast enough, and the whistle blows with 10 minutes and 2 seconds to go here in period number 3. Face-off outside the Royals' offensive zone is won back by Noah Chidima to Eli Parada. Parada dumps it in on goal, saved by Kruger. And it's behind the net. Controlled for a moment and sent up the boards by Oliveri. The Royals keep it in. Chidima and Parada doing the work, but now the Wildcats poke it out, and chasing after it for CVCA is Zach Nichols. Nichols has it on his stick, surveys, and he'll skate out with it. Nichols heads up the ice. Across the red line and into the offensive zone to his left. Nichols, sharp angle shot around the boards. It's wide and all the way out. Back to Eli Parada. Parada looks for Schwartzbeck, and he is leveled. Schwartzbeck gets hit hard, and he is hurt. That's going to be a penalty against number 3, Richard Murray, and Murray lined him up, and that was a dirty play. Schwartzbeck on his knees. Rich Hurdle heads out. And the Wildcats, with nothing much to play for, with an absolutely ugly play against Jacob Schwartzbeck for CVCA. Rich Hurdle, who is a member of the medical profession out there, the assistant coach for CVCA, checking on Jacob Schwartzbeck. And he's up. Schwartzbeck, a hockey player, will skate off under his own power. And the Royals will go on a 5-minute major penalty for a gutless play by Richard Murray from Mayfield. We'll wait for the official call, but it had to be charging. And so 5 minutes unreleasable in the box for Murray, and the Royals will have a power play for the middle part of this period. On the power play for CVCA, Lamline, Parada, Nick Humphrey, Zach Nichols, and Eli Parada. Face-off is controlled by Mayfield and sent to center ice. And it is a charging penalty against Murray. 5-minute major, and the Royals with a major power play opportunity here. Eli Parada sends it down to Luke. Luke back to his brother Eli. He takes a couple steps in, fires wide, and Luke Parada will retrieve it. Parada into the corner. Sends it back to Lamline at the circle. Shot off the iron, and it goes into the corner. Luke Parada has it once again. Looking. Has Zach Nichols creeping in. Now keeps it on his stick. Back to Eli. Eli has it. Sends it back to his brother Luke. Luke to Nichols. Nichols looks and fires. It's chipped in front by Nick Humphrey, and a save by Kruger. 4:12 to go on the power play opportunity for CVCA. 8 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the third period. Royals 6 and Wildcats 1. So the face-off to the right of Kruger is won back to Carter Martin, who fires it, and it's scooped into the glove of Kruger. Good job by the goaltender, the junior, as he had CVCA's Cord Steigmeyer, I believe, stepping in there. Caden Ballard out. Ballard to take the draw for the Royals. This is one back to the slot. Over to Martin. Martin dumps it in deep around the boards. There for the Wildcats is number 11, Oliveri, who sends it down the ice and clears it for Mayfield. Eli Parada retrieves it. 3:55 to go on the major penalty to Rich Murray. Parada up ice, finds Cord Steigmeyer. He pushes it forward further. Sif gets it to Ballard, who fires high and over the goal and around the boards. Kept in on the corner, or on the point rather, by Martin, who dumps it back down low. Sif is there, and Sif tries to dig it out. It's sent up and out of play by the Wildcats. A souvenir for Mrs. Ballard, who sends it back up over onto the ice. Nice job by Caden Ballard's mom. And a wave. So if it's senior night, you got to get your name called on the broadcast, and Caden's mom just did. Face off to the right of Kruger, where Caden Ballard will take it again for the Royals. It's one back to Mayfield, and they push it up, but not out. It's kept in for a moment, but now here come the Wildcats, and they clear it down on Caleb Mosher, who sticks it aside with 3:20 to go. Carter Martin has it for the Royals on his stick. He'll set it behind the net and build out. Martin finds Steigmeyer, but it's poked away by Halushka. The Royals will collect themselves and send it up, but it's intercepted. Here comes Mayfield with a chance. Oliveri goes behind the net and it falls down. And now a whistle blows. And another penalty, Mayfield. This one is going to go to Oliveri. And he may get two, because he had one, and then as he was skating away, he slashed one of the Royals. And so for 2:55 at least, the Royals will have a 5-on-3 power play now. So Oliveri taking umbrage to the fact that he fell down, lost possession of the puck behind the net. And we'll wait for the official call. And the Royals with a chance to put this one away here. 2 minutes for Oliveri. Still 2:55 to go on the penalty to Murray. And the Royals send out Matt Porter, and they keep it in at the corner. Mosher shoots wide. Into the corner it goes. CVCA back up to Zach Nichols. He takes a couple steps in and sends it to the nice tic-tac-toe play. Great save by Kruger. A fantastic play. And officially it's a double minor against Oliveri. The first was unsportsmanlike conduct, and the first penalty a slash, the second penalty unsportsmanlike conduct. So Oliveri in the box for 4 minutes on a double minor. Still 2:18 to go on the major penalty to Murray. 5-on-3 for CVCA, but they cannot connect and cannot gain the zone. And so Mayfield clears it down the ice to the left of Mosher, and Mark Mosher retrieves the puck. Still 2 minutes to go on the 5-on-3 for CVCA. They have yet to score on this extended power play opportunity, and they send it up the ice, but don't connect with anyone. And once again, the Wildcats clear it. Royals need to be more crisp when they have these opportunities, despite the fact they're up 6-1. They're going to need to connect and take advantage of this as they get into the tournament later on. Shot and a save by Kruger off of Luke Parada's stick. Mayfield clears it once again, and back to get it will be Eli Parada. Minute 29 to go on the 5-on-3. After this, the Royals will have 1 minute and 6 seconds to go on a 5-on-4. Up ice, but off the stick of Parada and misplayed by one of the Wildcats. So Parada gets it back, tries to send it for Lamline. Lamline will get to it on the boards and dump it in deep and get it to himself. And the Royals will set the 5-on-3 up with 1:05 to go. Lamline has it. Lamline's got a trio. Chooses Martin in the high slot. Shoots, save. Second shot, knocked down, kept in by Eli Parada. He jumps in, shoots right into the breadbasket of Kruger. And Parada getting the attention from Halushka and from Kevin Bluffstone just for standing next to the goaltender. Frustration brewing for Mayfield for their single win season, and the entire Mayfield squad getting a little bit of instruction for the referee right here to say, keep it under control, guys. 5 minutes and 8 seconds to go here in the third and final period of regulation. Royals 5-on-3 power play continues for another 52 seconds. Face off to the left of Kruger, one back by Ballard to Eli Parada. Parada steps in, shoots, it's deflected wide. It's poked up high, and Carter Martin has it at the point, dumps it in deep. Centering pass to Ballard, he overskates it. Here comes Parada skating in, gets poked away, and the Royals cannot keep it in the zone. So Ballard will have to retreat. 32 seconds left. They'll clear the zone, and Ballard will try and regain it once again. He gets in. Offensive zone, and he drops it for Martin. Martin, cross ice, it's poked away, but not out. Kept in by Eli Parada, dumped in down low with 18 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Through the crease, trying to set up Ballard once again. He pokes it high to Martin. Martin dumps it down low with 10 seconds left in the 5-on-3. Ballard has it. He'll skate around, try and do the wraparound. Can't get it in, and the Wildcats will send it up and out of play once again. The major penalty to Murray is completed, and he'll be released and head to the bench. The Royals will now have 1 minute and 6 seconds of a 5-on-4 power play as the penalty to Ryan Oliveri continues. Oliveri in the box for a slash and an unsportsmanlike conduct, a pair of penalties. And so 5-on-4 for CVCA. Chidima out to take the draw for the Royals. Chidima cannot win it. It's poked up, but the Royals keep it in with Schwartzbeck pushing it in deep. Mayfield tries to clear, but it's kept in by Zach Nichols, who fires it wide. Around the boards it goes to Martin Mosher, who fires on goal and chipped aside. Back to Zach Nichols. Nichols, cross ice pass looking for Outward, finds him. Outward has it for a moment, it's poked away. Now poked forward where Schwartzbeck will chase with 43 seconds to go on the 5-on-4 power play. Behind the net, Halushka gets it, and he'll clear it down the ice with 35 seconds to go. So the Wildcats, with, once we're said and done, about 6 minutes of penalty time, most of that 5-on-3, and have yet to give up a power play goal to the Royals. So a nice job by Mayfield. Schwartzbeck through center ice, gains the zone to Chidima. Leaves it for Schwartzbeck. He wasn't expecting it. It's poked away. Nichols gets there and dumps it further in deep, where Chidima will give chase. He meets Kevin Bluffstone there, and the two try and get to it. Chidima digs it out. Centering pass goes through the crease. Outward on the other side. Digs it out, and now behind the net, and he's leveled. He gets up. Kept in by Nichols. Shot wide. And Outward will chase it once again. Penalty time is up, and now back to 5-on-5. Centering pass, Schwartzbeck fires just wide. Outward on the far side boards, dumps it in deep. Halushka fans on it. Chidima has it. Chidima tries to evade one, gets checked. Schwartzbeck with a shot, a second shot, a third shot. 3 saves for Kruger right there from point-blank range. Up to the point, Zach Nichols has it, fires, it ricochets aside, right in front, and cleared up, but not out. Nichols will keep it in once again. Nichols skates in, he's knocked down, and it's poked up and finally out for Mayfield. 2.5 to go, third period. Royals 6, Wildcats 1. With some speed comes CVCA's Mark Mosher. He fires, and a save by Kruger. Mark Mosher had a head of steam, but put it right in the breadbasket of Tyler Kruger. The Mayfield goaltender has been under siege all day and frankly all season in all likelihood, but standing tall right there and keeping it a 6-1 hockey game. 2:22 to go. Lamline back out. He wins it back to the point. It's shot in and deflected high over the goal to the near side. Nick Humphrey digs it out behind the net, sets in front. It's there, and shot and score for CVCA. On the far side was Luke Parada, and Luke Parada finishes off his hat trick. A big day for the CVCA seniors. Lamline and Parada on senior day, both with hat tricks. With 2 minutes and 8 seconds to go, it's 7-1, and now with a 6-goal lead in the third period, the clock will run for the remaining 2 minutes of this contest, unless Mayfield can put one by Caleb Mosher. A big senior day for the Royals. Parada from Humphrey on that goal, his third of the day for Luke. And a big senior day for both Luke Parada and Jack Lamline and Caden Ballard. Shot is wide of Kruger with 1.5 minutes to go. And it's cleared down and on Caleb Mosher. He'll sweep it aside and find a teammate. That's Ben Wilford. Reverses course and sends it the other direction with 1:18 to go. Swept up by Cord Steigmeyer. He's got pressure in the corner, but wins the puck and skates behind his own net. Around the boards it goes. The Royals are changing, so sweeping in there is Josiah Richardson. Mark Mosher cleans it up with 1 minute left. 1 minute left to go in regulation. Up ice looking for David Krieger. Can't find him. The Royals intercept. Here comes Steigmeyer. And maybe a chance for Ballard one more time. Steigmeyer, far side. Ballard skates in. He'll skate in to get it. Ballard in the corner, has it on his stick. Ballard pushed aside, and a whistle. Penalties. Clock's going to run out, I think, before we get restarted again. But they're going to send Cord Steigmeyer to the box. And number 15, Skylar Tillman, offsetting penalties with 17 seconds to go. And unlikely we get restarted in this one. So the clock winds down in the final 10 seconds. 6-1 lead. The Royals are going to win on senior night. A pair of hat tricks from Luke Parada and from Jack Lamline. An additional goal by David Siff. And the clock winds out on the regular season here at the Dan Kostel Rec Center. CVCA victorious today. Senior night. Final score, Royals 7 and Mayfield 1. And that is how you want to dial up a senior night celebration. Royals captain Luke Parada with a hat trick. Jack Lamline, his own hat trick. And Caden Ballard in the mix in all of it. 7-1, the Royals victorious. They improve their record. 9 wins, 11 losses, 0 ties, and 2 overtime losses. The Wildcats drop to 1-16. As we recap the scoring today, once again, CVCA got on the board early. Jack Lamline got the first goal of the day. Just 4 minutes and 37 seconds into the contest. Lamline from Luke Parada and Zach Nichols. It was 1-0 CVCA. And then Luke Parada got a pair of goals just 22 seconds apart late in the first period. 13 minutes and 3 seconds, followed by a second one at 13 minutes and 25 seconds. The first one, Parada from Lamline and Carter Martin. The second one, Parada from Josh Petchke. At the end of the first period, the score was 3-0 CVCA. And here we are. Hello to all of you. Tim Nichols here. It's been a pleasure bringing you the coverage this season once again for the entire CVCA live stream crew. As we recap the scoring in the second period, Lamline got his second of the day at 3 minutes and 40 seconds, assisted by Luke Parada. It was the third assist on the day for Parada. Lamline's second goal of the day, it was 4-0. David Siff got a shorthanded goal at 6 minutes and 21 seconds of the second period, putting the Royals up 5-0. And then the only goal of the day for Mayfield scored when Miles Halushka beat Caleb Mosher. That goal scored at 8:26 of the second period. It was 5-1, and that's how we went to the break at the end of 2. In the third period, the seniors once again, just 56 seconds into the third period, Jack Lamline completed his hat trick. He scored with an assist to Nick Humphrey, and then just before the game finished, with 2 minutes and 8 seconds left to go at 13:52 of the third period, Luke Parada was on the doorstep and got a feed from Nick Humphrey to bury his third of the day, a hat trick for Luke. 3 goals for Parada, and 2 assists, a 5-point day. Lamline had 3 goals and 1 assist, a 4-point day for him, and so a big day for those 2 seniors. And again, Caden Ballard in the mix for all of it. Final score 7-1. And this is the second year now that we have completed a full season of broadcasts here from the Dan Kostel Rec Center. And as we go off the air this afternoon, we've got a lot of thank yous to pass out once again. And so as we think through all the things we've done this year, first we want to send a thank you out to Jason Sills from Mayfield to help us late night last night get all the statistics and information in on the Wildcats after we got back from Canfield. So a shout out to Jason. Thank you for that, for being responsive. But as we think to the people on the CVCA side, first and foremost, the CVCA live stream crew. This does not happen without Sean Mosher on camera and production and just the IT genius that he is, and giving his time to make things happen. Literally, this is, folks, you can see some of the setup we have here. It's 2 cans and a string, as we like to call it, making sure that we're able to bring this coverage to you through a couple of old laptops and some string together, a $40 camera on the scoreboard bought off of eBay, literally making it happen and bringing it to you for the second year in a row and improving the coverage this year compared to last year. So, Sean, I know you're behind the camera right now. Thank you for all that you've done this year and last year for making this happen for us. Cody Anderson right over here sitting down, checking his phone. Cody, say hello to the folks. Cody's been with us this year for football and for basketball on Friday night and for hockey the entire season long. He doesn't get paid. He volunteers, and Cody does a great job on the graphics, and we're thrilled that he's been with us here. A big shout out to Cody, and thank you for all that he's done this year. Behind the camera on the other side is Kent Schwarzbeck, and I'm sure, Kent, you were checking on your son who took a big hit right there at the end. But Kent, spotting for us this season, jumping in when Cody couldn't be here, and we just thank you for all that you do. He's also an IT whiz, and so from the standpoint of setting up everything here, Kent's always a big help to us, and so thank you to him. Earlier this season during the CVCA Christmas tournament, JT Nichols, former goaltender and number 1 son, was here and did the replay work for us. We got the replay in place for you this year. That's another cheap eBay purchase, I think, that Sean found and figured out how to program. And so we got the replay. We hope you enjoyed that this year. And JT Nichols stood in to do the replay during that 8-game tournament over the course of 4 days between Christmas and New Year's. So thank you, JT, for that. Big shout-outs to the CVCA Athletic Department, to Ben Miller, the Sports Information Director from Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. Ben chased the other teams week in and week out to get us information, and always does every season. He is one of the best in the business. Ben, if you're watching or listening, thank you to you for all you've done to help us sound good and look good this season. So, Ben, big shout-out to you, and thank you this year once again. To John Young, the CVCA Athletic Director, Dr. John Young, this year, after getting his doctorate last summer. John was with us for a great interview during the CVCA Christmas tournament, and he is a big supporter of what we do. It's important to get the message of Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy out to you wherever you are in the country or around the world, and he did not stand in the way. He said, yeah, absolutely, guys, we want you to do this. And so, John, if you're watching, thank you to you again for being a huge supporter of all things related to the hockey program, but more so all that you do for CVCA and the athletic programs at Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. Doug Fairchild, head coach for 14 seasons, still going. There's another game to go next week, Saturday, and the Barron Cup yet to go. But Coach Fairchild, there for our kids, there for the community. And once again, we love working with head coach Doug Fairchild, who came up and joined us during the Christmas tournament as he did a year ago, did again this year. And for all that he has put into the CVCA hockey program, both him, Rich Hurdle, Mark Brower, Jonathan Beckett, the head coaches. Coaches don't get paid enough. And so 14 seasons behind the bench for CVCA. We thank you to him, Coach Fairchild, as well. To the 3 seniors who were celebrated today, to Luke Parada, the captain, to Jack Lamline, and to Caden Ballard, and to their families, the Paradas, the Lamlines, and the Ballards. Hockey is a family function. It goes from one brother to the next brother, and sometimes it's a sister. And to all of you, for all the early morning practices, for all the late night practices, for all going way back to peewees and mites and bantams, You've been there, and I know this is a big day for you. So for the Paradas and the Lamb Lions and the Ballards, hats off to all of you. It's not done. The journey is not done yet. There's more games to come, even though they won't be here on CVCA live stream. A tip in the cap, though, to each of you today for all that you've done to put in and just give to CVCA and to the CVCA hockey program. We hope you enjoy the next couple of weeks still with more games yet to come. And last but not least, we thank you, the fans. We set records this season with live stream viewership on the CVCA Athletic Boosters YouTube channel. You may not think it's a big deal, but when we get the 3 figures on the viewership for events, we celebrate. It's a big, big deal for us. This is a labor of love and passion for Sean, for Cody, for myself, for the others, and we just thank you for watching. We know that you watched from Northeast Ohio to right around the world this season, and we are glad that you were with us along the way. So, as we get ready to sign off for one final time today, we want to remind you the final score today on Senior Day was CVCA 7